to another VLOGMAS post. So today we're toning it all the way down and we are going to talk a little bit more seriously, okay? So there was a caption that I posted and I want to read it out because it sort of gives context to what it is that I want to talk about today. It said, "It's not who you are that holds you back, it's who you think you are not." Okay, so this got me thinking about disqualifying yourself. Okay, we as humans, we do tend to disqualify ourselves from certain situations, from certain benefits or certain challenges, because we look at ourselves and we think, oh my gosh, it's like, I'm not this person, I'm not this articulate person, okay? I'm not a person who likes cameras. I'm saying this because there's somebody seated over here who claims they're not for the camera. So they'll say, oh, you say I'm not this. And I'm not saying this like as shade. If it is your personal preference, you don't want to do something, you shouldn't force yourself. But if it's something that has to do with your growth, then we need to start stepping out of comfort zones. We need to start changing how we see ourselves so that we can then like start doing amazing things. They say greatness happens right outside your comfort zone, right? So the first thing I wanted to talk about is what makes us disqualify ourselves. And when we identify the things that make us disqualify ourselves, how then do we mitigate those things, right? So the first is something that I learned from one of my favorite YouTubers, bloggers, Jim Quick. He is the brain guru, okay? And he talks extensively about ants, okay? So ants are automatic negative thoughts. So these are thoughts that you say, oh, so there's this event, would like you to be the main keynote speaker, and then you're like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not articulate enough. I am not big enough. So there are automatic thoughts that come to you. Usually it's because of fear, okay? So your mind has been trained to shy away from something that would hurt you. So that fear causes you to have these automatic negative thoughts. And one of the ways that you can mitigate this or tackle this is to recognize when you're having an automatic negative thought. Okay, I can't do this. Why? Because I don't know the knowledge. So how do we then find the knowledge? Okay, so between now and the day of the event and this topic they've given me, I am going to read up on everything I can find. I will study for it and I will prepare for it. So you're not ignoring the automatic negative thought. No, you're recognizing that it's there, but you're finding a counter thought, okay? Or if they say, would you like, let's run a 5K, and then you're like, no, I'm too fat. You could say, oh, I could do it instead of running. Maybe I'll walk it, or I will work towards it. I will train for it, right? So those are things that you help, that will help you to sort of start mitigating those things. The next would be fear and past failures. So it could be genuine, okay? I tried to run 5Ks last time and I fainted in the middle of the way. Or I tried to speak in public and I ended up stuttering and I forgot my notes. So it's something bad that's happened. It's something that wasn't pleasant for you, and your mind and your body has trained you to shun away from that. So it's a genuine fear that you have, or it's a genuine past failure that you don't want to experience again. So what you do now is you agree to step out of the comfort zone, but you convince yourself that you are going to do better. So again, it's about, the more prepared you are, to be honest, the more prepared you feel, the calmer you feel. The more you know what you're going to talk about, or how far you're going to run and how much time it takes you to run that 5K, you start getting a little bit more comfortable. You practice in front of people who love you and know you, or practice in front of people who don't love you and know you. Like if you've got a big speech coming up, it wouldn't hurt to ask the people in your office and say, okay, gather around. They're not that close to you, but you're saying, I want to try and practice my speech on you. Most people are willing to help. Most people are willing to sit in a boardroom eating their lunch while you try and present to them, and they'll give you pointers. So the more prepared you are, the more you're able to tackle fear and those failures coming to you. Also, there's this how do I say this? Feeding your mind with positive information will help boost your self-esteem. So what are you feeding your mind? Okay. Are you in an environment where constantly you're being told you're not good enough? Okay. Either you're being told or you're being reminded that you're not good enough. Are you in an environment that is not positive for you? Even if it's not about you, but if there's negativity around you, this is why you will find me actively shunning gossip. I don't sit around in an lunch office, waiting for people, like with a group of people who are always gossiping or talking negative about other people, about the company, because that feeds negativity into your mind. So your mind becomes attuned to just seeing a negative perspective and also just flowing towards the negative. So how I mitigate that is I feed myself with positive vibe. I'm a happy person, okay? If there was a happiness meter, I would probably be like a 9.5. That's not to say I don't have sad days. I have days where I'm sad, but I have learned the art of propping myself out of that and like shaking myself off. But how do I do that? I feed myself with positive vibes. How do I feed myself with positive vibe? I listen to positive podcasts, okay? So if you have a smartphone, if you are watching this somehow on a computer or on your phone, it means that you have access. You can download the podcast app and start finding podcasts that speak positivity into you. Either they are growing your spirit, your soul, your mind, your body. There's a lot of positive information out there. So you incorporate them into your day. For me, I do it first thing in the morning. When I wake up, I drink my water. As I start getting ready, brushing my teeth, there's a podcast playing in the background, okay? And I'm intentional about what podcast I listen to early in the morning or over lunchtime or at the end of the day, okay? So I choose things that have to do with my soul and my well-being in the morning. I choose things that sort of feed my professional career towards the end of the day. So those are things that I do. And then I try and teach myself new things. Learning new things gives me more confidence, okay? So I will learn a language, or I will learn how to solve, how to do an Excel sheet for my business, or I will learn how to sew something. So learning new things, I find for me, teaches me, like helps me be more confident and stop looking down on myself a little bit more. And then practice. I don't feel I can emphasize this enough. Practice, practice, practice. And then another cool thing, like if you're one of those people who's taken my 7-day online money masterclass, then you've heard me talk about RAS. Okay, RAS is your reticular activating system. There is a whole video that I have done on what RAS is, how it works, and how you can harness RAS and the power of your mind to achieve anything that you want. So basically what RAS does is once you give your mind a goal, it filters out everything else and zeroes in on that goal alone. So it filters out everything. This is how you can be in a crowd at a concert with loud music, like blowing, and then somebody calls out your name, Jayne, and then you're able to hear them. That's the power of RAS. Again, like I've said, I have done a whole video on RAS. I have linked it over here. Oh wait, is it here? It's here. I've linked it here somewhere. Just click on that little eye there and click on that video, then it will take you and you can learn about RAS and the things that I've learned about it so far. And then the last thing is we are not tapping into our thoughts. So our thoughts are powerful. They say our thoughts are the first level of creation. You cannot do something without thinking it first. So what are you dwelling on? When you're seated with your mind and you're thinking things through, or you're generating ideas, what are you thinking? Is it positive things? Okay, they say there's a lady, Dr. Caroline Green. Yeah, she's a neuroscientist, and she has a cool demonstration about how our thoughts are actually living things. You think it in your mind, your brain cells, your nervous system actually lights up. If it's a positive thought, it lights up and it's pink and it's pretty. If it's a negative thought, that's if it's a positive thought. If it's a negative thought, like the nerves are like dark and like, like shrivelly. Oh my gosh, dude, look her up. Look up Dr. Caroline Green. She's a neuroscientist. Read up on her. research around our thoughts. So it says that our thoughts are actually living things. I want to nerd out here and go into her whole explanation about how our thoughts take 21 days to leave our system and all that, but no. Just harness the power of your thoughts. Try and practice thinking positive things, creativity, happy thoughts. Practice. It takes time, but practice. And when you catch yourself having an ant, just recognize that it's an ant and try and switch it around and move it to something positive. I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you not to disqualify yourself for things. And I hope it helps you to start seeing yourself in a more positive light. Thank you for watching another day of Vlogmas. If this was helpful to you, or if you have questions or you want to engage, feel free to leave them in the comments. Let's keep talking. Talk back to me. Tell me if this was helpful, what stood out for you, or if you have other techniques that you use, put them in the comments below. And remember to click the notification bell. If you are not subscribed, subscribe, like this channel. Guys, just do the needful. Let's do the things. Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow.